Playback.
Okay, good day, folks.
Good day.
We're discussing the world of martial arts. And with me today, I have Shihan Willie Dutch. Did I get that politically correct?
No. Sensei.
Sensei.
Yeah.
My bad.
Wish I was a sheep.
And Sensei Donald Brown. So they're with the Karate of Another Level school in the Gotan Rule system. So, Mr. Dutch, I'm going to let you give us a little background of yourself.
Well, I started Gotan Rule maybe 15, 16 years ago under Shihan Cornell Patterson, who's a Boston police officer. And initially I enrolled my son, and it was something that I wanted to do with him, you know, something we could share and bond. And once I walked in the door, man, it was all over, lights out. You know, I just took off, and, you know, my son and I, we traveled cross country, you know, competing and bopping our way from here to California. It's been a great experience. You know, the main instructor for Gotan Ryu is Master Wayne Hector, who is just a phenomenal martial artist, the purest guy I've ever met when it comes to martial arts. And he breathes it, walks it, talks it, lives it. And if I can be an inkling of that, then mission accomplished.
And your turn, sir.
My initial martial art introduction was under Master Norman Armstrong under the Tenchi Kempo system. I started with Hanchi
in the 20th century.
Oh, back in the middle 70s, actually. And to make a long story short, how Sensei Gotan and I got together. Another gentleman I know who happens to be a police officer, Manny Damerville, came to me and came up with the idea of having a community youth martial art program at the MAMIO headquarters. That's the Massachusetts Association of Minority Law Enforcement Officers. 3 years ago, this coming April, Sensei Dorch and Manny and I were sitting out in the car in the pouring rain, and we came up with the idea of putting together this community youth martial art program together, teaching them Gotan Ryu, which is continuing to be a learning experience for myself as well. And Sensei Dorch was mentioning about Master Wayne Hector's commitment to martial arts and whatever, which is true because I remember Master Hector back in the 80s and going to tournaments or whatever. But having said that, I have not met another individual whose commitment to our young people in our community is as strong as Sensei Dorch. And I'm not saying that because he's sitting here, I tell that to everybody. This man at one time was working the graveyard shift. He would go take his granddaughter to the bus stop, get her on the bus, go home, get a couple of hours sleep, and at 5 o'clock on the nose, he'd be at the dojo, and we'd be putting on the classes. So, if it wasn't for him, I don't think there'd be a program. I mean, my commitment was there and everything, but to try to do it by yourself is kind of like overkill, and I don't believe it was an accident that we were brought together.
Now, do you foresee bringing other systems underneath your umbrella, underneath this program? Like you might have a Shotokan school or Taekwondo school.
We had talked about that. Basically, the thing that's so good about Gotan Ryu and Tenchi Kempo, they're both basically hybrid systems that incorporate techniques from other systems.
Okay.
And I think that's the other reason why we get along so well in our systems. You know, they gel so well. As far as bringing in other systems or whatever, right now I don't think we're ready to do that right now.
Now, Mr. Dorch.
Yes, sir.
Now that you I've seen you come a long way, because I knew you before you.
Yes, sir.
I gotta. I was most impressed when I attended your class to see the commitment for the parents to stay and watch. I gotta ask you, how did you do that?
Well, it's not a babysitting operation that we have, Henry. We actually offer the program for free. You know, and part of that is the parents have to participate. You know, it's hard for a student, especially a young student, because we start them at the age of 4, to grasp everything that we're trying to give them. If the parents are there, they can see what's going on. They can help them out along the way. So it's a partnership, you know, and we don't have a crybaby section. And if it's not for you, it's not for you, you know, so we have to have the parents take them. You know, if the parents aren't there, who's going to take them?
Now, how often do the parent? I know you probably get a lot of offers for to start an adult class.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. I just spoke with the brother the other day about an adult program in Dorchester.
Okay.
Again, absolutely free. And, you know, we need that. We need physical fitness, you know, and one of the initial reasons that I started the martial arts program is because the only thing in the black community until then was basketball and football as far as physical sports go. You know, no one's in there teaching tennis, no one's in there, you know, giving them any other type of lessons other than you got to be a great ball player. You know, so I've noticed through martial arts as I've been training and studying and teaching that it opens doors for everyone. If you look at commercials nowadays, man, everything is geared around martial arts, man. Everybody's flipping and kicking, and you know, it's a little bit more to that. And you know, a lot of the students that we have that come through the door, you know, have issues. You know what I mean? So, you know, that was one of my passions that, you know, all the hard to reach children, I wanted to try to teach. You know, I really don't think that there's a bad child. You know, there's children misunderstood, and they need somebody who'll just listen sometimes.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to give a little testimonial from one of the parents, because if you don't have their support, you have nothing.
Yes, sir.
True.
Okay. Give me, first of all, what's your name?
Shantae.
Shantae, and you have a daughter?
I do.
And Hazel, and she's competing today. Now, as a karate mother, how has this influenced your daughter?
She likes it. It makes her work harder because I did train. So she's always talking about getting the belt that I got and going higher. So it makes her keep working harder.
Now, how has it transferred over into her schoolwork or anything?
She's more focused. So I guess the discipline in taking karate keeps her focused in schoolwork. So she knows if she doesn't do good in school, she can't compete.
And she's how old now?
She's 7.
7, and she's been studying for how long?
4 years.
4 years? Great. Now, what do you foresee with her in the future, in terms of martial arts, etc.?
I see her owning her own school eventually if she wants to keep going, because she's really strong. So I see her training at least until her teenage years, and then who knows after that.
Okay, and with that, thank you, and good luck to both of you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and by the way, how did martial arts affect you when you
I have a different outlook on life now, so I'm more calm, but I always keep it in the back of my head just in case. You know, I know how to protect myself. I don't need to worry about having someone with me to protect myself.
And with that, thank you very much.